then from Mark, insomuch that they were all amazed and glorified God. Okay, so I'll continue on with that. I'll have the semicolon from Mark, because that's not in the others. This is all from Mark only. Insomuch that they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, hold on, this is a lot. Oh yeah, okay, it is in Matthew. When the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, which had given such power to men. Okay, so that is in Matthew, probably in Luke's as well. Yeah, and they were all amazed, and they glorified God, and were filled with fear, saying, we have seen strange things today. Okay, so I gotta figure out how these all fit. Mark begins with insomuch that they were all amazed. Luke says, and they were all amazed. Matthew, but when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God. I wonder why that word insomuch. No, I don't think that fits. Well, it's better than but when the multitude saw it, because the word but means it's contrary to what is happening before. This but that. Insomuch is like an addition. I think I like that. Insomuch more than but. Insomuch that they were all amazed. But when the multitude saw it. I know how I can make it fit. I could put insomuch that, switch to Matthew, when the multitude saw it, back to Mark, they were all amazed. That would fit. What about Luke? Insomuch that when the multitude saw it, they were all amazed. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, insomuch that Matthew only, skipping the word but, when the multitude saw it, comma, they marveled. Can I put both? They marveled and were all amazed? Or they were all amazed and marveled? If there's an and, I can make it work. If not, I might have to choose. They were all amazed. They were all amazed. That's exactly the same wording in Mark and Luke. They were all amazed. Yeah, I don't know how I can make these words from Matthew fit. They marveled. I'm just going to have to go with they were all amazed, because that's in Mark and Luke, and marveled is only in Matthew. And I just don't know how to make it fit. They marveled, were all amazed, and glorified God. That might work. No, that doesn't work. That's too much of a list. It worked earlier, but it doesn't seem to work there. They marveled, were all amazed, and glorified God. They were all amazed, marveled. No, it just doesn't work. Maybe I should choose marveled over amazed and say they all marveled. But amazed is used twice and marveled is only used once. I'm just going to go with that. I'll just stick with they were all amazed. It's from Mark and Luke. Yeah. They is in all three, however. And glorified God. And glorified God is in Matthew, comma. Mark and glorified God, comma. Now Luke says, and they glorified God. They were all amazed and they glorified God. That might be one too many theys. They were all amazed and they glorified God and were filled with fear. That's added. That's not in the others. Okay, if I have just the ands, that's, again, it's too much of a list, so I'm going to keep that they. It'll be doubled, but I think it fits more. And they were all amazed, and they glorified God, and were filled with fear. It's a lot of stuff, so instead of having and they, and, I'll have and they, and. Hold on. Insomuch that when the multitude saw it, they were all amazed and glorified God. No, that they doesn't fit. Never mind. Reading the whole sentence, that doesn't fit. It sounds better like this. And departed to his own house, glorifying God, insomuch that when the multitude saw it, they were all amazed and glorified God, and were filled with fear. Yeah, okay, that's better. It actually does sound fine with these ands, and only one they. And glorified God is in Luke. And glorified God is in Mark, comma. And glorified God is in Matthew. So, and glorified God. I'm skipping a word in Luke, but it is all there in gray. Now, right after that, there is a bit only from Luke, saying they were filled with fear. Because Matthew goes on, which had given such power to men. Mark says, saying we never saw it in this fashion. Luke says, and were filled with fear, saying we have seen strange things today. So, yeah, I'm just going to put this from Luke. And were filled with fear. Fear is underlined because it's understood as awe here. Saying is in Luke, which had given such power to men. You know, that phrase, which had given such power to men, might need to go before and were filled with fear. Because which had given such power to men is speaking about God. And it wouldn't really fit if I said, and were filled with fear, which had given such power to men. No, it doesn't fit at all. I have to put that before, and were filled with fear, which had given such power to men. Yeah, that has to go right after God. Just Matthew, which had given such power to men, and glorified God, which had given such power to men, and were filled with fear, saying, now they're saying two different things. Luke says, we have seen strange things today. Mark says, we never saw it on this fashion. Maybe I should put them both. We've seen strange things today. We never saw it on this fashion. Maybe I should put it the other way. We never saw it on this fashion. We've seen strange things today. Oh, you know what? If I do some real rearranging of the words, which I don't know if I want to do, I could say, we saw strange things today, never seen in this fashion. That would fit, but I don't know if I want to do all that. Plus, it might not be the best, because it'd be as if they're speaking for the whole world, which I guess kind of fits. No, that's not true, because people have been healed like that before. People have been risen from the dead before. Elijah, Elisha, they rose people from the dead. So this healing is not the first time a miraculous healing has been done. So I'm not going to say it like that. Well, they do say it like that. They say in Mark, we never saw it on this fashion. Okay, yeah, we never saw. I'm not going to have it, we saw strange things today never seen before. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm thinking maybe I could say we never saw strange things on this fashion. We never saw it on this fashion. I'll just go with that. Either way, it's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to be very happy with either way, but I can't mix them. They're too different. So I'll just have it this way with Mark first, saying we never saw it on this fashion. And then I'll just put Luke saying. This saying is from both, because I'm not going to use it later. We never saw it on this fashion. We've seen strange things today. That actually sounds pretty fine. Maybe I should leave this lowercase, because it's not starting a new sentence, which is the only reason why they have it capitalized there. I'll have it lowercase. We have seen strange things today. There. Insomuch that when the multitude saw it, they were all amazed and glorified God, which had given such power to men, and were filled with fear, saying, we never saw it on this fashion. We have seen strange things today. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.